The ancients used to sing about natural beauty, snow and flowers, moon and wind, mist, mountains and rivers. Today we should make poems including iron and steel. But you know how to lead an attack. The boat, you know how to lead an attack, and the boat, you know how to lead an attack, and the boat, you know how to lead an attack, and the boat, you know. The boat, you know how to lead an attack, and the boat, you
know. In 4 decades of shows, Jazz em Agosto bring us to Lisbon lots and lots of gigantics of this kind of music. It's an enormous pleasure to be here on a Saturday morning speaking one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Phil Minton.
Hello.
Philton.
What? Minton.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your time in a Saturday morning after a big concert yesterday. But let's start with another thing. The oldest stuff that I know from your work is the 2 records with Mike Westbrook in Solid Gold Cadillac project.
Okay.
In the early 70s.
Yeah.
Have you done something else before that on stage or on record?
Yeah, I had a record out with a Swedish group, and in actual fact, the saxophone player is here in playing with Mats Gustafsson tomorrow, and that's Lars Göran Alander, and we made a record called Up Umeå in 1969.
Okay.
It's on a Swedish label. Yeah.
Is your first thing?
Yeah. I had done something as well with a semi-popular blues type band back in the mid-60s for Fontana. It was a recording called She's Gone. It was just like a small vinyl, 45. Yeah, one side was a thing called She's Gone. It was a pop version of a King Pleasure song. Actually, I don't know if you know King.
What was the name of the project?
Well, the group that I was in at the time was a group called Johnston McPhilbury, and this is the first record I ever made, and that was in 19... Johnston McPhilbury.
McPhilbury.
Yeah, that was all our names tied together. John, Stan, Mac, Phil, Barry, and Johnston.
Or all melting.
Yeah, we melted it in.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was released as like a jazzy sort of pop record. I think didn't do so well.
When you think in those records, Solid Gold Cadillac,
Yeah.
it was in itself a melting pot of rock, a little jazz, a little improvisation. Did it have something to do with the way you fixed your own style in singing and approaching to music?
Well, I've always played with my voice. My voice has been the instrument. And I'm quite uncomfortable of well, I used to be even more uncomfortable just using my voice on one level like I'm doing now to try to sound sensible. But as a child, I was always playing with my voice. It was and trying impersonating people and talking like what different people would talk to me, like school teachers, and I make children laugh because I would impersonate the school teacher, and I sort of found that quite easy, actually. But where were we going?
So it was important what you made in Solid Gold Cadillac to
Play with
support
my
the
voice.
future,
To
the
play.
future path.
Yeah, and play with my voice. I was often sort of seeming like the last thing you should do like in a rock band is to play with your character. You've got to get a real strong character. But sometimes I was singing, "Let it shine," and the next song would be, sort of hard metal, sort of screeching and screaming. Yeah.
That's one thing I was thinking when I was preparing this conversation. You've got something of theatre in your performance. Is that rational? Is that intuition? Occasional? How it works?
I'm completely unconscious of it. I'm not aware of that. I've seen myself performing. Did I do that? Why would I do that? I'm quite a physical singer. It takes.
You use your body.
I use my body, and I diaphragm breathe. I dance as well to what I'm doing. I realise, but I'm not conscious of it being theatrical at all. And it's often difficult when I'm told, on occasions where I've done some theatre work, and just have to walk across the room. People go, no, you're doing it wrong. And you go walk across the room again. No, that's terrible. I'm sort of hopeless at such things. Yeah. No, you walk across it like you know where you're going. You look like you're lost when you're walking across the room. I find it very difficult.
It's your own way to face the stage.
Yeah.
The first concert I saw of yours was in 1988. Yeah, a duet with one of your main partners, Roger Turner.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a very naked format because he's with his percussion instruments, little objects, little toys, and you with your voice, your throat, your lungs, your presence.
Yeah, we still do perform together.
I know. How it is to make a show in that format where there's almost nothing than yourselves.
What was it? Was it difficult to?
What?
I wasn't quite sure what the question was.
How is it to make a format like that? You don't have no more support around you. Okay,
well, I have the
it's a
support.
constant dialogue.
Yeah. Like other times I do solos, but I usually imagine I'm with somebody. I have sort of like a schizophrenic partner somewhere when I do a solo. I always imagine I'm playing with other musicians.
But two guys on the stage, every little thing you do has a gigantic effect.
Yeah. Oh, I love the duo with Roger. It's one of my favorite projects. Yeah.
The concert you participated yesterday is the opposite.
Yeah.
14 guys on stage, a collective
Yeah.
project, and I underline the word collective. It's a very collective work, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking when I was writing about the show, it works like a machine, like a complete body, the group, no?
Okay, yeah. I've never seen what it looks like actually. I'm sure I'm sure you're correct. It probably does. Well, it's a structured improvisation.
But isn't it quite opposite of what we were talking about with Roger?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, we all have a part, yeah, and there's time frames that brief sort of instructions of what the texture should be and what the sort of the color of the music and the intensity of the music and more intensity and obviously more volume and dynamics. It's yeah. There's no well, not for me. There's no particular notation or anything like that. It's more that's the simple. It's the dynamics that are presented in his school, and we follow that, and we have a time limit as well. I don't know if you realise that there was a clock going on at the same time, so you have to look at your clock. It's something I've never done before. It's the first time I've done such a thing. I was quite intrigued. Yeah, the audience seemed to like it, didn't they?
No, it was great. It was great, indeed. No doubt about that.
Okay.
You had two different quartets, but a little similar in some things, which are among my favorite records of yours. One, The Roof,
All right. Yeah.
with Tom Corral, Luke X, and Michael Vacha.
Yep.
And the other one with Varian Weston
Right.
instead of Tom Corral.
Right.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Four Walls. Four Walls.
Yeah.
Four Walls. How it was working with Tom Corral.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'd first worked.
I never saw him.
I first worked with him as an improviser in America. I met him on a trip there once. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a real sad business. Yeah. It was so quick.
It was something different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Unique.
And in these two quartets, was it again an opportunity to melt rock, jazz, singing, saying poetry, a little bit of everything?
Yeah, it's a pretty mixed media. I don't think we really ever got into the rock world. It was more sort of, it was more jazz orientated than rock. Yeah.
The use of your voice, the way you use it, the way you use your throat, your lungs, is unique. Do you have any special cares with it?
I'm very careful. I don't like to use my voice in anger at all. That is one of the things I've realized. It is very dangerous for the voice to be angry and intense. I do constant exercises to the annoyance of the other people.
Along the day?
Yeah, I'm unaware that I'm doing that. I hum and go between, do the break between the falsetto and the regular chest voice. Yeah, things like this. And I do it all quite quietly. And the people sometimes, if I'm in a waiting room somewhere, and I'm like, who's that crazy guy over there?
And you say, I'm at the gym.
You get it. Yeah.
And before entering stage or after stage, have you got any precedents, any rituals, any usual doings, whatever you want to call it?
No, mostly what I'm doing now.
How do you choose the texts for your records? You have read Joyce, Blake,
yeah, well,
but other political things.
yeah.
How do you choose?
Well, things that seem to be relevant for the time. That's how.
For the time?
For the time.
For the time you record it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like when I worked with Mike, Mike Westbrook, our first sort of project was in actual fact a Solid Gold Cadillac band was a theatre band. We were working with a theatre group at the time called Welfare State. So we were. If I don't know if you've seen Solid Gold Cadillac Technology.
No.
Technology on
I was
YouTube.
born in 1970.
On YouTube, you can see. Yeah, you can.
There's only one or two videos of Solid Gold.
Solid Gold Cadillac Technology. Check it out. Yeah. But that was for a theatre piece that we did in the Tower of London, together with this theatre group, the Welfare State, and it was. And then I think the performance that you see on the television was a trailer for the.
Oh yeah, that I saw. It's the end of the show.
Yeah. Is it? No, that's
The credits are passing,
Oh no, that's
and you are on stage.
That's something else. That's something else.
That's what I saw.
That's concrete.
That's what I saw.
That's concrete.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
And the horns are spinning,
Yeah.
and the credits are passing to you.
Yeah. That's a different piece, and that was quite a few years later.
Okay.
Yeah, and that piece was called.
That was
Concrete. Concrete.
It's great.
The piece I'm talking about is called Technology.
Okay, I'm gonna
Solid
look for
Gold
it.
Cadillac. Yeah.
Another one that you recorded was Song of the Songs with Klaus Koenig Orchestra.
Oh yeah.
What an experience, no?
Yeah.
And the choir,
Yeah, fantastic.
the university choir.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
What do you remember of that experience? For us listeners, is absolutely magnificent.
Yeah. Oh, it's quite a different experience to what I usually do with improvising. Yes,
Yeah.
Of course. I don't do so much written music these days. Well, last night I did. I can call that written.
Okay.
That's quite unusual for me. Most of my work is straight improvising. The only decision made is, shall I sit down or stand up? But I prefer sitting down these days.
Okay. One last question. You came to Portugal just a few times. You will return in 23 August, but unfortunately, you will see this video only on September. Sorry, guys. But the question is, do you ever played with any Portuguese singers?
No, I did a feral choir in Porto recently, which is a workshop and a short performance. I don't think we did I think we only did a workshop.
But do you know Portuguese singers in jazz improvisation or other kind of? No?
I can't.
Known one?
I can't think of any at the moment.
I think producers are making a bad work.
Yeah.
Not showing you what we are doing.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay. Phil.
Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta get the right place. No, that was somewhere else. Yeah.
It was misconfusing?
I'm all right now. I know where we are.
Okay. Phil, thanks a lot once again for your kindness.
Cheers.
It was a pleasure.
Cheers.
And here we are at Lisbon. So long.
Two.